Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
We are two sisters, Southern cooking.
I am doing a little shortcut here. I'm taking a turkey breast and I'm going to take my beater on the handheld mixer and I'm going to shred it up with that. And that way you can actually do this while it's still warm and you don't have to touch it. You can shred it up really nice and you don't have to get your hands all in that hot.
And we're going to use this instead of our turkey pot pie.
Right.
So all of this here that's off to the side is going to be our pie dough that we're going to do a quick video on that we're going to put inside of our baking dish.
Okay.
It's a upper and a lower crust.
Okay. So. This looks pretty good, y'all. It shredded it up fairly good.
Yeah, it does. It smells so good through this.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna set this aside until the pie dough's done, and then we'll assemble the turkey pot.
Hey y'all, it's Debbie and Elsie. So we are back and we are making turkey pot pie. Now, when you have turkey for your holiday like Easter, you have leftover turkey, you wonder what you're going to do with it, you can make this delicious meal. This is a simple meal. It really is. We're making the pie crust right now for the bottom and the top. So our butter is ice cold, 7 tablespoons of butter, and we got 7 tablespoons of our shortening. I've already put salt and our flour in here, so what we're going to do is just take it and drop everything in there, and we're going to start working our pastry dough into, oh, look at me. I got me a happy little mess here. So we're going to start.
I'm going to get a paper towel and clean that up because when you go to roll it out.
Yeah. So we have a new pastry mat that I found at the store. I got Elsie one, I got one. I was so excited to use this because we're going to show you a little trick on how to roll out dough without having to worry about your dough getting caught on your rolling pin. So you're going to use something like a pastry mat, or you can use like parchment paper, and you can put it down and then put your dough on top of it and then put another piece of parchment paper on top of that and then roll it out with your rolling pin. And it will make an even roll, and it will keep your dough from breaking and flaking and getting stuck on your rolling pin. All right, so I would say we are probably close, well, almost close to pea size here. In just a second here. Just extra little pieces that get stuck. I strongly recommend that when you do roll out your dough onto your parchment paper, pastry mat, whatever you have, make sure that you put a little flour down, so just to ensure that you don't stick to your pastry mat. You should not, because it is silicone, but just in case, don't want to take any chances. All right, I just wanted to make sure I broke down the pieces really well. All right, I think we're good. There we go. That looks as good as it's going to be. And I'm just going to put a little bit water in here. You're going to use between 1/3 and 2/3 cups of water, depending. You don't want your dough to be sticky, but you want it to be moist. So, let's start working my dough in. When it starts to pull away from the side of your bowl, then you know that you are all right. It looks like it's pulling away now. You don't want to overwork your dough either, because if you do, you're going to end up with a
tough dough.
Yeah, and it's gonna be not a fun tasting dough. There we go. I think that's good enough. Bring a little ice with me. All right, Elsie, I'm gonna take this. I think we are good as we're going to be. So
You just split it in two.
yes, we do. So I'm gonna get a bench scraper and just, or we can just do it with our hands. We're gonna roll it into a ball, and then we'll roll them
And
out.
split it.
Yeah. Okay. Makes it so much easier to deal with. All right. Sorry. All right.
Okay. Now I'm gonna roll out mine for the top of the pot pie. Alright. See if we can. Flip it over so it doesn't stick as much. Looks really good. Okay, let's see. That's perfect. Alright. So now we need to roll this up on the rolling pin. See if we can get it without it trying to stick. Okay.
Also, if you're wondering what to do with your extra turkey after your holiday, like Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, we have a delicious turkey pot pie recipe. So, you're gonna have to get out your skillet or your frying pan or a pot, a heavy pot, and you could go ahead and use that as well. But you're gonna need something large enough that you're gonna be able to put everything in, because eventually once you take it off the heat, you got to add in your turkey and you got to add in your veggies. Now your veggies don't need to be cooked except for your potatoes. Your carrots and your peas need to be defrosted, because they request that these be frozen, because if you want to make them with fresh, you're going to have to cook them first. Because pretty much everything goes into this, it's all pre-made and already cooked.
Right.
And all you're going to do is just warm it up and bake your dough and make sure everything is all married together.
Yeah, the only thing that's not going to be pre-cooked would be your onions, and that's what you're fixing to do.
Right. And so I melted a third cup of butter, and I'm going to put my onions in here. We're going to saute them until they're translucent, and then we're going to add in our seasoning, our flour, and a little bit of, well, we were going to put salt in, but I think we have enough salt from our
Chicken broth.
and as well as our turkey, because our turkey is very well seasoned. So I didn't want to overdo it with the salt, but we do need to put some pepper in it, just a little bit, a little splash. So we're going to go ahead and cook these. This is going to take a couple minutes to get translucent. We're going to add in our seasoning. So we're doing poultry seasoning, we're doing thyme, we're doing some flour. Going to let that go ahead and cook for, I think, like 2 minutes, I believe, and then we're going to go ahead and put in our liquid ingredients. Like we have heavy cream, and we have chicken broth. And once that is all married together and we have it all good in, because it's going to get very thick at first and then it's going to thin out. And when that's all said and done, we take it out. We're going to have to put in our chicken and our meat. We're going to mix everything together, kind of fold it in, because your peas are fragile. So you got to be careful with that. But once we get these all situated here, we'll go ahead and put in our other ingredients and we'll be right back. So I think this is pretty well translucent, softened, cooked. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add in the seasoning first. All right, I'll just stir this around here to get it nice and coated. Somebody's talking in there. Who is that?
Callie.
Wow. She's quite the talker.
She's mad because I didn't get that, let her play with the broom.
Oh, she wanted to ride the broom again.
Ride the broom.
The cat's insane. Let's just say the cat is insane. She likes to chase the broom. She will come up and she wants you to scratch her with it. I think that maybe she would benefit with maybe like a brush or something, because she definitely is. She comes up to you and she wants you
likes the
to.
broom.
She does. She chases it. She's a crazy cat. Okay. I don't want this to get to the point to where it's gonna burn. So once we get the roux mixed and everything, we're gonna take it off the heat. Elsie's gonna put a little bit of pepper in. We're gonna take it off the heat and then we're going to add in our meat and our veggies. So we added in a little extra chicken broth just to loosen up our roux a little bit here, because I don't want it to be too dry.
I think I'll put just a little more.
Okay.
It looks better.
Yeah. So what we'll do here in just a minute is go ahead and take it off the heat, and we'll pour in our veggies, and we'll pour in our turkey, and we'll get it ready for our, there we go. That looks good. I think that'll be a nice creamy roux right there. All right.
We get a spoon.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this off the heat. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go ahead and take our 2 cups of shredded turkey. Go ahead and fold this in. Take that out.
Just stick it in there.
And go ahead and twist this up here. And then we'll take our peas, carrots, and our potatoes and put it in here. Kind of fold those in. Then Elsie's got her dough that she's going to put on the top. And we'll get it poured into the casserole dish. Yeah, that's going to look good. Okay, so here is all our bright colors. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Stir that around. right, so we're gonna check it for seasoning here in just a second. And if we need to add any salt or pepper before we put it into our pan, then we will do so at this time. So, do you want to grab a spoon, Else, and check it and see? Please, ma'am. That looks so good. Oh my goodness. That looks perfect. That looks good.
Salt.
Salt? Mm-hmm. Got it.
It does need salt.
Stir this up. All right, you want to try it now? Make sure we don't need to put anything else in it before we put it in the oven and bake it.
Perfect.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
It's really good.
This is what you do with your turkey after your holiday, or you can make it part of your holiday meal. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in our dish. Wow, that looks good. Perfect size. And Elsie's got her pie crust that she's gonna put on the top, and then we're gonna put an egg wash over it and make a little vent in the top and stuff. And once this bakes, the juices will be released from a lot of these vegetables, so it will loosen up a little bit and it won't be so dry. And it'll make a delicious, delicious meal, y'all. Oh yeah. We'll push these in the corner so we get all the little nooks and crannies filled. And Elsie's gonna put her pie crust right over top of that. That's good. The heavy cream makes a difference in that. Elsie's pretty pie crust. All right.
There we go.
So what we'll do is we'll fold them under and marry them with the. And then next we gotta go ahead and get our rolls. Get them out of the bread machine and. Marry them up. This is good, y'all. So we're gonna.
Let me get a knife so we can vent it. Oh, you need to put your egg wash on and then we'll vent it.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead. So this is 1 tablespoon of water with 1 egg beaten. Go ahead and put my egg wash on here. And Elsie's gonna put some vents in the top. Ooh, doggy, this is gonna be good eating, y'all. This is a good way for you guys to get rid of your turkey if you have leftovers, but it's also a good meal too. So don't just think it's just for leftovers. This could be your Easter dinner too. All right, I'm gonna just get on the sides here, get up here. It's gonna be pretty, y'all. That is a pretty dough. Elsie's gonna make some vents. We're gonna put it in the oven at 400 for 35 to 40 minutes. And it's gonna be nice and bubbly and it's gonna be good, y'all. And we will see you guys when we take it out of the oven and show you how pretty it looks. We'll see you then.
Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
We're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.